Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to podcast. I have an infinite resource of energy.
Good.
I could
Good
go
to hear.
forever. I am a stallion at this shit. I can go
Oh.
and go and go.
Okay,
But just
that's good to know.
Yeah, no, but just for the sake of the episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, okay.
Right.
We'll just get it started.
And then boom, bam, thank ya, ma'am. Okay, it's still going, huh? Fade. I really want to get to the end of this episode because I'm very tired.
I thought you said you had infinite resource of energy.
Yeah, who said I wanted to use it on this?
I thought you said you could... What was the words you used? I don't know. Fuck like a beast. Is that what you said?
Have I said that to you before?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I've just imagined you saying it.
Well, I meant that I could fuck like Shrek. That beast. Kind of an ogre. I could fuck like an ogre. Why not? I can't imagine he's got a lot in him. So I could at least keep up with Shrek. Especially if, and I'm sorry, but if Shrek and I were double teaming you.
Oh my... Don't say... No.
Yeah.
No. We've gone to a bad corner of the online now.
You think that exists, huh?
No.
All the space in between in Shrek Rule 34?
No, and I'm so afraid that if you keep saying it will.
We have a lot of artists in the Discord.
Stop
Speaking
bringing it up.
of the Discord, we have a lightning round. Pretty good. Oh, it's still going.
It's still going.
How much long does this roll for?
You picked a really long...
This is 19 seconds long.
Oh, Jesus. It's still...
Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it ended.
Well, at first I was going to say that was really cool, but then
Right.
it got kind of embarrassing.
It came back, sorry.
Oh,
my
gee.
god.
Oh,
I hit
Jesus.
play again
Okay.
by accident. I was
Sorry, everyone.
I was trying to
I
rewind
apologize.
it, and then when I did, I didn't hit stop. It was already... I was rewinding a play thing. I'm just gonna manually hit pause there. Lightning round
Yes.
on Discord once again. And yeah, you know it's because I got that infinite energy in me. So much so that I didn't feel like reading our emails.
I didn't feel like reading whole paragraphs of
Fuck
text.
no. Absolutely
I was
not.
like,
If
no,
we have
I'm
to-
only going to read one sentence long questions, and that's it.
We have to screen share, and then we gotta do the editing and all this stuff. Whereas with the lightning round, we don't have to really do anything like that. We just asked Discord. Mm-hmm. That's discord.com/
No, it's
win
not. No.
flat sound win iPad
No.
to sign up. Put in your email.
I have to stress, don't
If you
go
pay
there.
in crypto,
You will get a
you
virus.
pay in crypto.
No.
You give me 1 Bitcoin.
Well, it's an NFT.
It's a bit of an NFT.
Flat Sound as a whole is an NFT.
Is an NFT that I'll sell somehow, and I don't even know how I'm doing this, but to the lowest bidder. Whoever just gets that number down as low as you can go, and you think you can't go under a penny, but with Bitcoin, I think that you can, or with
It gets infinitely small.
yeah. How much do you think 1 Bitcoin is worth? Because I found out last night. I had no idea.
No, listen,
Just
I don't
throw
fucking
a
know how
number.
much. Listen, I don't know how much a Bitcoin is worth because I'm, if you haven't noticed, hot,
I have noticed
Sexy.
that. That's why I'm asking you. Well, I would like
cute,
to
and
teach you.
popular. So I don't know how much a fucking Bitcoin is. Okay?
How much do you think a Bitcoin is worth? Just throw any number out there.
One singular Bitcoin.
1 Bitcoin. How much do you think?
$130.
$130. Great guess.
Okay.
I asked Brooke last night. She said $30. So you guys are kind of
Okay.
on the same wavelength there.
All right, mine was 100 more, but yeah,
Uh-huh.
okay.
It had 30 in it though.
Okay, well, what's the answer?
It's about 50 grand.
What?
$50,000 to $60,000 or more, depending on the day of the fucking week, I guess.
Well, small price to pay for ruining the planet and environment and ozone layer.
Can we talk about that? Fuck the
No.
lightning round. We're going to talk about Bitcoin now. I hope Mitch remembers that there was a lightning sound. There's a thunderous roar right there.
Yeah, remember to put
Pause
that
it,
in.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Faded out all nice. Yeah, 1 Bitcoin. Sorry, I'm still talking about this. Is worth over. It's like $50,000 to $70,000. I don't
Okay.
think it's ever reached 70 grand.
All right, but
Uh-huh.
tell me this: how much is a Dogecoin?
I think it's Doge, isn't it?
Doge.
Yeah, it's a
How much
Dogecoin.
is a Dogecoin?
It's not a lot.
It has to be less, right? It
It's like
can't be more.
significantly. It's like it's worth basically nothing, as it turns out. It turns out that thing that came from a meme is still a meme.
Worth of dog coin.
Doge. Yeah, go on.
I can't find the answer. They don't
What?
want me to know.
No, you just Dogecoin. I can't even believe we're wasting this much fucking time on the podcast. 1 Dogecoin to USD.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, it's worth
It's $3.
It's not even that. It says that one Dogecoin is like 25 cents.
It's $0.33.
And it says a quarter where I'm reading.
That's literally nothing.
Are you looking
my
at
God.
pound? At this point, I think we need to stop talking about it.
We have to stop talking about it, is the thing. We have to start talking about the hard-hitting questions that the people of Discord want us to answer.
Okay.
Some hard-hitting journalism.
Now I'm closing
here.
it. I'm closing it, and I'm opening up
okay.
Discord, and we're getting into the. God, I've missed a lot.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've missed so much. So how do you want to do this? Are we trading back and forth? Are we just picking one at random? Are we saying
Yeah,
blah 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 says this, and then we'll just kind of
Yeah.
go for it?
Let's go one each.
Okay.
You choose the first one, though.
All right, one each. Hey, I'm actually just noticing that my Skype camera is all laggy. Is that laggy on your end?
No, you look beautiful.
Interesting. Your looks very. There's so much latency right now.
That's fine.
I should probably stop crypto mining in the background while I'm doing this. It's kind of slowing up my Skype.
It's kind of slowing down my internet
Yeah.
speeds and whole computer,
Yeah,
actually.
and it's actually kind of holding back the planet, which I don't really give a shit about, but unfortunately, yeah, now my Skype is kind of taking a shit.
And that's where I draw
That's
the
where
line.
I draw the line. I have a podcast to record now. I had a really funny concept like yesterday when I was like posting on Instagram, and I like really wanted the joke to include like that I went to the doctor because my anxiety like convinced myself that I swallowed a Bitcoin. I still think it's like really funny. I go to the doctor. I was like, I just feel it in there. He's like, you can't swallow a Bitcoin, dude.
You can't hold a Bitcoin.
I have 60 grand worth of mistakes in my stomach. I think I swallowed it.
It hurts.
I think
That's so bad.
as the Bitcoin kind of goes up in value, I become more uncomfortable with it in my stomach. It feels more and more heavy.
Heavy? Yeah.
Please devalue. I need this gone. It's the only way I can
Jesus.
pass this is if
How
it
the
gets it.
fuck yeah.
It needs to get at least a 20K or less for me to be able to pass this.
I need to pass it like a kidney stone.
It passes through my dick.
Yeah.
Pissing out a Bitcoin?
A Bitcoin.
piss coin
a
at that point.
A singular Bitcoin.
How impressive would it be the first time you and I are hanging out? This is like 2014, right? So the value of Bitcoin is a lot less then. And we're just
Okay,
hanging out,
yeah.
and I'm like looking for something in my room or something, and I just stumbled across, boom, what the fuck? It's a Bitcoin in my hand. I dropped it.
You could have told me that you could have just like you could have just got like a chocolate coin from Christmas time and been like, this is a Bitcoin, and in 2014 I'd be like, okay, sure.
Fine.
Are you rich? Date
Yeah,
me.
what the fuck? Yeah, so that's a Bitcoin, huh? Whereas at the time it's worth like 300 bucks or something. Holy shit, this could change our lives. I think I could get my teeth cleaned with this. Okay, before we answer questions, I'm so sorry that we're still talking about this.
Oh
I want
my
to see what a
God.
Bitcoin is worth in 2014.
Okay.
Bitcoin, because I said $300, I was just guessing.
You just want to see if your guess was right.
Yeah, I just want to see if I was like
Your absolutely
totally
foundless guess.
off the mark. Off my shit on that guess. Oh, I was like, it says it was worth $115 million, but that's because when I Googled it, it was saying it translated that to like, what is 2014 Bitcoin worth today? Which is not what I asked.
No.
For example, the price tumbled from 850 to 580. That's a confusing amount because they're the same numbers. In
Confusing for your
2014,
dyslexic brain. Yeah.
yada yada yada. So I was off, but it was still in the hundreds. It wasn't yet in the thousands.
Damn. To imagine you could have been rich right now if only I didn't eat that chocolate Bitcoin.
Yeah, we put it inside you as a hot thing at the time. Wouldn't that be great? We need to get to these questions.
Get to the questions.
We're so bad for this. We're so bad for being like lightning round. We're like 10 minutes into this, have not stopped talking about Bitcoin yet.
Listen, admittedly, we were like lightning round. Let's go, quick, fast. We don't have lightning energy. We're very sleepy.
No,
so
yeah.
excuse us if we're going on tangents. Okay.
Okay, so we're just gonna go one after the other, right?
Yeah, but you're gonna go first. You want to choose the first one.
Okay. Gracie Sound on Discord asks, "What's your favorite kind of tree?"
Oh god, fuck. Because I just said Christmas, the only kind of tree I can think of is a Christmas
That's
tree.
your answer then. It's just a lit up Christmas tree chopped down in somebody's living room.
It's a Christmas
Just a dead tree. I guess
A dead pine.
a dead pine tree with lights on it, kind of like we're mocking it. That's a cool one. I was
silver birch. That's a good one. I saw lots of silver birch this week.
I think that's just like the only tree you can think of right now.
But yeah, maybe, maybe so. Why? What's yours?
Eucalyptus, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, I like a eucalyptus tree. I like how it smells. I have a lot of fond memories of having them in my front yard at the house in Vista.
Oh, some of us grew up with trees.
Yeah, lots of them. Giant eucalyptus
la-di-da.
trees, and my dad made this like big swing that connected to like a really tall branch in it. And so you would get up on this giant ladder. I don't know why we're allowed to do this. And swing from one side to the other, and you would go so high in either direction. And we would just do that in the front yard. So eucalyptus, plus there was a lot of eucalyptus trees. In fact, there's a lot behind me. I see them in the reflection.
Wow.
Like all the trees in Hoss Grove. I'm really doxing myself now. All those are eucalyptus trees.
Everyone knows that Hoss Grove is behind you geographically.
Actually, yeah, right behind me. I'm like podcasting on the just on Jefferson next to the duck pond.
on the side of the street.
Yeah, I'm kind of holding. We're sponsored by what's that podcast thing that everyone uses?
I don't know.
Anchor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're kind of our podcast sounds like shit now.
Oh.
Yeah, we're just recording
brilliant.
it from our phone as I'm walking
Wonderful.
somewhere.
Okay, I know your least favorite tree.
My least favorite. Are you gonna say it's a palm tree?
It is a palm tree.
It is a palm tree. You're right.
You've made me try to Photoshop palm trees out of photos that I've given to you
Yeah.
for album artwork.
I'm like, why the fuck is there a palm tree in this?
It's ruining the atmosphere.
You live
it's
in-
like I'm on holiday.
You live in Southern California. There's not.
You know how difficult it is to take a photo in Southern California without there being a palm
There's a
tree?
palm tree in my front yard. There's a palm tree in my backyard. It's an ugly tree. It's absolutely an ugly tree. I hate it. I don't like the palm tree. I don't like the palm tree aesthetic. It doesn't suit me.
Okay.
You pick one.
Gween says, favorite sock length?
I like them a little long.
You do.
I do like
You
them.
like them long and stripy.
I like a dress sock, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like them to show a little bit, and then I like people to be like, man, that's a nice sock.
My favorite is when I will borrow a man's sock from your drawer, perhaps, and the heel kind of comes halfway up
to
my
your
calf.
right, because your feet are little babies' feet.
Yeah, but then the sock comes all the way over my knee. And it's very comfy.
It is
That's
pretty
good.
comfy.
Yeah, it keeps my legs warm.
Yeah, so that's my thing. Dress socks. I don't like short socks where you can see the ankle. No one gets to just see my ankle like that.
They're giving that away for free.
No way. Those ankles are thin,
Some
baby.
kind of Victorian harlot.
No way. They get covered
those
by
little
some
ankles
random assortment of stripes.
Perhaps a little dog.
Yeah,
on
a little
sock.
lizard on my sock. Which I do like. Next question. The Rebecca, before we even get into this, Rebecca, so sorry to hear about your leg.
Oh,
Poor Rebecca, who used to actually be our
yeah.
neighbor.
Used to be our next door neighbor.
And still is a great friend. We had many, many awesome experiences with Rebecca. Moved up to a different state after they moved from here and was just having a fun time skiing and just broke the absolute fuck out of her leg.
The absolute shit out of it. It got so broken. It looks so bad, and we are so sorry.
So I had to have multiple surgeries. Has hardware now. She's hey, boom, part of the hardware club. I also have some hardware in my arm. But I don't even want to take a little bit, like away from this. Yours is way worse than mine. Yeah, that's awful. But I think that there's going to be a great recovery for them. It just, from what I understand, what they've been posting on like Facebook and stuff is just that it takes a lot of time. So Rebecca's a beautiful dancer and a great artist, and but so a leg injury like this is just, oh, you have to wait that out. But it's all going to be worth it in the end. So so sorry to hear about your leg. Gosh. But she asks your favorite deadly sins.
All right. In order to answer this, that requires us knowing what all the deadly sins are.
I was going to say, I don't really know any of the deadly sins, except gluttony. I know gluttony.
That's a good one. I want to see how many we can name.
Okay.
There are, I believe,
5.
famously, 7.
7. Got it.
7
What did
deadly
No, I
sins.
said 7.
You said 5, so
I can
jot that down.
Okay.
You said 5.
I meant 7.
Okay. I went to Catholic school, but I don't think that the deadly sins are actually in the Catholic canon. I think that's a different kind of sin. So, let me try. We got gluttony.
I got that one.
We got lust.
Lust was one of them, duh.
We got envy.
Envy is one of them, okay.
Sloth.
Sloth, okay, wow, you're nailing it.
I'm doing pretty good. I've got 4.
One more until you get to all of them, which is 5.
I think that might be where I tap out,
Like,
unfortunately.
you named way more than me. Gluttony, envy,
Yeah.
lust, sloth. There has to be fucking...
I mean, the thing is that those are the 4 that I have the most. So
Right, yeah.
yeah. So that's why I know them.
Is one of them, like, murder? No,
No,
it
it's
can't
not.
be.
Oh, wrath is one.
That's one of them.
Yeah, wrath. They're more moods than acts.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So murder is not one.
Mm-mm.
If you did it in a wrathful manner,
Wrath
then yes.
definitely can...
Yeah.
Okay, should we look up what we're missing? So
What
we...
are the other 2?
Okay. 7 deadly sins. They are... Don't take me to the Wikipedia page. Just list them for me, Google. They are lust, gluttony, sloth, wrath, envy, and the 2 you were missing were greed. Greed. And then messaging me on Instagram. That's the last one.
Terrible,
Yeah, you
terrible,
shouldn't message
horrible
me.
sin.
Send me weird messages on Instagram. It turns out.
Terrible and unforgivable. Send you to actually the deepest circle of hell. Yeah.
It's pride.
See, okay, here's my beef with the deadly sins.
Personal
3
beef.
of them are essentially, like, they're very similar, right? I feel like envy and greed and one of the
Envy
other
and
ones
greed
too
are the same, you think?
is all like, no, I guess not. They're all just wanting something. A lot of them are just, you're wanting something too much, you know? Stop wanting things.
No more
But
wanting from
I
you.
love to want things. I love to yearn for things.
Gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, pride, lust. All of them.
Okay.
All of these, what's your favorite? This is a great question, by the way.
Like my favorite conceptually or my favorite like to do?
To do, definitely.
It's probably
I'll answer first if it makes you more comfortable.
good. Go for
Mine's
it.
definitely lust.
Oh, yours is yours is definitely lust.
for sure
Mine,
is.
mine might also be lust, honestly.
I'm all.
That's pretty good. I quite like
I'm all-
pride, I guess, sometimes.
I hate pride. Envy, like none of these feel good to me.
It feels good in the moment, but then bad afterwards.
Lust is
The same.
no, yeah, well, actually for me sometimes, yeah, lust is pretty bad. But gluttony, okay. Greed, that just feels terrible. Sloth feels terrible even in the moment. Lust is, I don't know if you've noticed this. It's practically orgasmic. It feels amazing.
It's pretty hot.
Actually, I'm getting all horned up right now thinking about it. Oh, and I start growing little devil horns.
That's got to be the best one, right?
It's for sure the best one.
That has to be the best one.
Even when I eat, like, the best food I can imagine, really indulge myself in it, it's fine. I'm not coming, you know?
Well, to be fair, you can't eat chocolate or sugar or wheat, so, like, of course you're not having that, of course you're not having an orgasmic experience.
No, I'm not allowed to eat any kind of fun food, so maybe it would be gluttony if I was actually allowed to eat some
You
stuff.
could eat anything fucking good.
For a split second, I thought you were going to be like, well, to be fair, you can't come. I was like, what are you talking about?
Do not tell people.
Start a weird rumor about me. No, yeah, you can't, famously. That's what all your songs are about.
Honestly.
No, they're not.
If you read between the lines.
If you really look at them, yeah.
If you read like the first letter of every line.
Just repeat it. I can't come. Over and over again. Every album. Mine is Lust, for sure.
Okay, that's very good.
But I don't want anyone referencing that for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Yeah, no one gets to just talk about
It's off the record.
It's off the record.
Okay. Shall I pick another question?
Yeah, go for it.
Frankie says, favorite Game Boy game?
Favorite Game Boy game? I don't want to be generic and just be like one of the Pokemon games, even though I spent a lot of time with them. It was like, a really early experience for me. But I would have to say that sort of that Mario game you got me into, the second Mario, which one was it?
That's what I was going to say. It's Super Mario Land 2.
Right.
Something coins.
That one ruled
Is the
to
full
me.
name. Yeah,
That
Super
one,
Mario
that
Land.
one is the funnest one I've played.
Not Super Mario Bros. Fucking boring.
Yeah, Super Mario World.
Super Mario World, also boring. Super
Mario
Land,
what was what?
boring.
Super
boring.
Mario World for the Super Nintendo was boring?
It's super boring.
Was
Yeah, I'm
super
sorry to
boring.
break it to you. It's
What
so
the
boring.
fuck are you even going on about right now?
Compared to Super Mario Land,
Compared to a shitty Game Boy game? You think that
Yeah.
one of the games that changed the world of gaming is boring? Compared to a port I've never fucking... It's just some game I've never played until I was an adult?
do you get to be a tiny Mario going inside a big Mario? No.
I guess
Boring.
not. No, but you get to do a lot of cool stuff. It was the introduction? Maybe the introduction of Yoshi? Maybe that's not true. I guess the
don't
real
care
introduction
for
of Yoshi was
Yoshi.
that puzzle game. You don't like Yoshi.
I don't. I didn't say I don't like him. I said I don't care for him.
That's the same thing.
No,
Absolutely.
I'm just
Of course
not,
it's the same thing.
I don't have a fondness for him is all.
To Yoshi,
To Yoshi. Not really.
star of Yoshi's Island. And Yoshi's Crafted World.
Well,
Yoshi's
Yoshi
Woolly
has
World.
the worst track on Mario Kart is the thing. So
It's not even that bad, first of all. It's not the worst track.
well, I'm bad at turning, so for me it is.
Okay, so you love Rainbow Road, you love fucking Cheeseland or whatever?
I quite like Cheeseland. Yeah.
Don't ever tell Brooke that, but yeah, same me too. She fucking hates Cheeseland. I love Cheeseland. It's such a fun track.
Cheeseland's pretty good.
Yeah. That's funny. I didn't know you didn't like Yoshi. That's fucked up to me.
To be fair, I've never really played them. So I just don't have any nostalgia for them at all.
I feel like if you just played like Yoshi's Island,
Maybe
it would
who
like
knows?
really rock your shit.
Really change your life.
Huh. Maybe your deadliest sin is being fucking mean.
Mean to
Yeah, being mean to Yoshi.
unnecessarily mean to
Yeah,
this little green
unnecessarily
man.
mean to someone who's done nothing but good in the world. Let's see. Let's just pick one at random. We're like still at the very, very top, and there's like an endless amount of these. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
scroll to a random place. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Just gonna scroll to this random place here. What about this right here? Gracie again. Sorry, I gotta pick another Gracie one. No, actually, this isn't a Gracie one. I got confused with the color. This is Rain. Rain asking, what song got you into music / what thing got you into your respective art practices?
Huh.
Now, it's probably not one song got you into this one thing, but just like a really important artist, album, song, or thing relating to the art that you do now.
So what one am I answering?
Either.
I feel like the music one is for you.
Okay.
And I've got to do that. The first photographer I really, really remember liking a lot was Ryan McGinley. And I mean, no one's gonna fucking know who this is because no one particularly knows who any photographers are. But even if you're a very, very, very famous photographer, people who aren't into photography don't fucking know who you are. But I really liked Ryan McGinley's stuff when I was like about 17 years old, and that's like partly why I dropped out of doing like science and math A levels and went to art school to do photography instead. Yeah, I would say that was my biggest early influence. My stuff looks nothing like his at all, and I don't it's not my style anymore at all, but that's what first got me into it, yeah.
You were how old?
17?
17? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say that projects like Owen Ashworth's Cassie Atone for the Painfully Alone, I mean, it still just sticks with me. I did a song just recently that's just like essentially a Cassie Atone fucking ripoff, you know? There's an old project. And then, yeah, just old forgotten, you know, music projects like that, as well as, what was it? The Song's a Mess, But So Am I, and I was obviously listening to indie music and stuff at the time, but I never heard it and thought I could do this until I heard those projects. It sounded like they were recorded in some dorm room, you know? So I was like 15 years old before I was like, I really want to do this. I think I can do this. This I can do. This sounds like it was just a 4-track, and I have a 4-track, you know? So that, and then what song, if I just was to throw in a song, pretty much any song off of, there's a Cassie Atone for the Painfully Alone album called Twinkle Echo. And a lot of the songs sound similar, and it's just lo-fi fucking Casio beats and chords and drony vocals, and I heard it and I was like, this is beautiful. This is really, really beautiful, and I could do something like this. Because a lot of the indie I heard, it was still like recorded in a giant studio, you know, and I was like, I can never do this. I don't have a backing band. I don't have anything like that. How could I ever do this? I heard that and thought, I can do this.
Nah, I can do this just myself.
Totally.
In my room. I can do that's very cool. I'm actually, you saying that has made me retract my previous answer.
You already answered something. Sorry. So Han was going to ask something.
No, I'm retracting my previous answer and saying, like, I was definitely taking photographs before 17. So who was I kind of looking at? When I was like 15, my art teacher showed me this photographer called Cindy Sherman, and she did a series in, I think I'm gonna say like the early 80s, I think, maybe earlier than that, I'm not sure, but called the Untitled Film Stills. And she would create fake movies that didn't exist and place herself within them, like as an actress, dress up in like as a different role and do set dressing and stuff just inside her house, and would collected all these film stills from like films that didn't exist, and they were all self-portraits, and it was all her photographing herself in a very DIY kind of manner, but like very creative.
That was beautiful.
And kind of, it looked like a series of work that was like lots of photos of lots of different people, but it was all her.
Wow.
And I loved that, because I was like, great, I don't have to find models. I can do it in my room. I can fuck up as many times as I want, because it's self-portraits, you know, and I get to like dress up and be a bit weird and stuff like that. And that was for sure my first big influence, and I do still really love her stuff.
Wow.
Yes. Cindy Sherman, great.
Were you ever into Andy Warhol?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, it's just like it's like one of those like really generic answers that, but it still kind of rings true to me that I, you know, really got into Warhol at a young age, and like it just gave me a taste for just being like kind of a pretentious artist, you know?
Oh, just being kind of like anything's art.
Anything's art. Anything's art. You know, the people, you know, I was so used to people mocking his art style because they were just like, it's just pop culture and he just drew Campbell's cans and these celebrities and stuff. But his other work and, you know, the things he was doing, it wasn't until I discovered his film Empire, where he literally just filmed on film the Empire State Building for fucking hours, you know, hours and hours, just one shot. Sometimes you could see somebody in the reflection of the thing. Sometimes they would have to change, but it was just, that was the film. And it was the first time I was young, you know, and it was the first time that I had really saw art as something that could just be like an installation, something that didn't, oh, this is a film. Is it now? But it's just a shot and it doesn't move, except it's just there. It's just the Empire State Building in New York from his apartment or something, you know? And I loved it. And that was also a thing to be like, why can't I do that? And that changed sort of the way that I looked at, you know, the the way that most people see modern art is that they scoff at it because they're like, I could do that. When the reality is like normal Joe down the street can't do that. If he filmed, the Empire State Building, he didn't have that idea.
Yeah.
The idea, the concept behind it, not necessarily the execution and what it is. It's like the classic example of whoever how many artists have painted the white on the white canvas. Is the it's that idea that people are like, that's talentless and I could do that, but they didn't do it. They don't want to do it.
Yeah, no, you could do it if someone told you to do
Exactly.
it, for sure.
Someone would
but
have to tell you to do that.
Yeah, you wouldn't have the initiative to do it because you saw something in it.
Right,
yeah.
exactly. So whether or not it has meaning or the meaning of it is just how bland and bleak it is, it's still considered art, and it can still be interpreted, and it could still be valued and worth something, or it should still be done, And it sparked something in me that really liked modern art.
Yeah, I like that. That's
It was
very
cool. Next question.
Yes,
did you pick the last one or did I?
you did.
Okay, you pick one.
Okay. Well, I'm seeing one that has 7 retweet reactions on it. So a lot of people want to know.
What is it?
It's going to be a very swift change of tone.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, it's from Gween, and it just says, "Thoughts on MILFs."
MILFs. Fuck yeah. MILFs are... I love MILFs. What's not
Thoughts
to
on
like?
MILFs? I love them.
Yeah, actually...
It's in the acronym.
Yeah, I'd like to fuck them if
Oh
I
my
if I could. Yeah, I'd like that. Why wouldn't I like that? I actually kind of have something to say about MILFs. I think that they just rule as a concept.
Yes.
The
of course they do.
continuation of that we see women as kind of having their this is gross, but they're sort of the idea that they peak at age like 20 or something and then just start going downhill from there is nasty, obviously.
Yeah.
It's gross and it's inaccurate, and I like anything that kind of celebrates something that's not that. And for women especially, I think that they're not looked at. Men are seen as someone that they're as people who just continue to like hit their peak when they're like 40 years old or something, and then they're finally men. Women are the same way. Women get so hot. Women get absurdly
1000%.
hot. They hit 30 and they just start skyrocketing from there.
It just keeps getting better.
That's not even something that I like, really realized until I was like closer to that age. I was like, women in this age bracket with their moms and stuff like that, God, they're smoking. Like I can't even believe it.
I have always known.
No, yeah, like you fucking you've always had a thing for MILFs, which is super funny to me still. From like a young age too. You were like a kid and into moms, right?
Yeah, I used
rules.
to like back on I don't know if you had this in the US, but like before we even had like G mobile, like we've got 5G, then there was 4 3G, but originally you just had G. But before that, we had like this really rudimentary mobile internet called, I believe it was literally called WAP, W-A-P.
Okay.
Not what it stands for now, obviously, but I think it was called WAP. And you could go into these like very, very slow, basically text-based like chat rooms and stuff.
Oh, you've told me about this.
On your mobile, and it would rinse your credit like fuck. And I'd like spend like £10 on credit and blow all of it, and being in these chat rooms for like 1 fucking hour where people would just be like ASL, and I'd be like, oh fuck, what's the sexiest age to be? 42?
And you would just pretend
I'm
to
a
be a
42-year-old woman.
Yeah,
Isn't that hot?
that was the hottest thing in the world to you.
Yeah.
It is hot though. It is hot. I mean, we should celebrate these women that are seen as MILFs.
That's a woman.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a girl. Gross, whatever. That's a woman.
That's a
you know,
why.
like,
I'm not even close to that. That's dope, man. That's really dope.
Yeah. It's very good. It's very good. And I also, if I were going to get into it, like, from a little bit of a kind of feminist perspective.
Get into
then,
it. Let's hear it.
There's this kind of, you ever heard of the, I've forgotten what it's called. What's the word for binary, but there's 3?
Oh, what is that?
Trinary? Is that can't
That
be it?
can't.
I don't know.
No, that's too obvious. There's no
But
way
there's
that's
this
it.
there's this kind of concept that all women fall into, like, you know, historically and biblically fall into three tropes, which is like two mostly, which is the Madonna or the whore.
Right.
The Madonna being Mary and the whore being, I guess, the other Mary.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays it's mostly like kind of nun, whore again, or mother. And I really just like anything that blends any of those together. And it's like, no, I don't have to be just one of those things. Like I can be a mother, but not this like chaste, you know, saintly. Like I can be a mother and also be hot. Like
yeah.
that's very cool.
And sexually
I like it a lot.
active.
Yes. It's good. It's good, and I like them. That was a much more sincere answer from both of us than you were probably expecting. But
Yeah, but MILFs
here we
are great. We should celebrate MILFs. I think they rule.
good. Yes.
In fact, any MILFs out there, hit us up. We'd love to have you on the show. And I don't mean just you're like 24 and you have, a kid. I'm talking
Yeah.
like you have to at least be like mid-30s. At very least be mid-30s.
At the least, yeah. Okay. You got to choose one.
Just for the sake of ranting a little bit, Han, who's great, love Han, said, talk more about social media sucking.
Oh, okay.
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 I can get into that for a little bit. I've been off Twitter for a while now.
You've been off for a few months now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Absolutely no urge to go back.
No.
No,
not at
it's
all.
amazing not being on there.
I know that you're logged into the podcast Twitter.
Right, yeah.
But
Because you
the
see me liking
podcast-
all those MILF pics. I'm still on, yeah.
Well,
I
if you
get on to get off.
Well, yeah. Well, if you go to the podcast Twitter and you go to the likes tab and there happens to be MILF pics in there, you don't know which one of us is liked. It could be either. Yeah.
We share the account, and we also share interests. It's the issue.
Well, okay. I know you're logged into that, but the only people that we follow on that is you, who doesn't tweet anymore, and me.
And you.
So the timeline's literally just me.
Uh-huh.
How's that working out for you?
You don't really tweet that often. And I'm also not on that account that often. I'll just I'll still use that account to like check the news, and then I'll always keep tabs on Flat Sound. I know this sounds like dumb, but I still, at this age, at 30 years old, I still just search Flat Sound every now and then on
Just to be like,
Twitter.
whoa.
I just want to see if the growth is going good. I know that there's that really popular fucking Twitch streamer. Nikki is her name, right?
Yeah.
God, what a blessing. What a sweetheart, man. She's been talking about Flat Sound like so much lately. And I sent her a message recently, was just like, hey, you've been like, I didn't even ask you to do any of this stuff. You've like, thank you. I would really love to send you some like merch. I know it's kind of hard to get in the UK. So I love seeing like her fans like discovering my work and stuff, or whenever she's playing me in a stream, a bunch more people will post about it. So I'll still use Twitter for that. Plus, occasionally, there'll be a person that like has, if people are getting their merch or it's coming damaged or something like that, I want to know about it.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's a funny thing to still search too, because like I'm gonna knock on wood though, but it's all totally positive. It's never something that's like negative. Like I hate Flat Sound or anything like that. Yeah, it's a very neutral opinion.
We can
people
change
have.
that if you'd like.
No, I would like to not actually.
Okay.
Gonna knock on the wood again. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I actually like where I am now, where I'm like making lots of money and people don't hate me.
People are saying nice things about me
Yeah,
unprompted.
yeah. I want to be a good little man to people and to be polite to them, and then for them to be polite to me. Mm-hmm. And then still getting random checks in the mail from ASCAP.
Ideal. Yeah.
Like no interaction with anybody. Just a random check in the mail from ASCAP.
Yeah.
That's been cool.
Okay, so you've been off Twitter. You've been on Instagram.
I've been on Instagram, yeah.
How's that?
It's not good. Like it's not. It's I get weird messages all the time.
Good. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I get some nice messages, and I'll like casually talk to some people there. But like, there's a lot of weird fucking people who just don't know how to interact with one another. And I can't help but think that most everybody is they're just navigating they're navigating social media in just ways that they think that they should, ways that they were taught, and it's just usually they've been conditioned to act in a way where they think it'll get them likes. They think it'll make them funny.
Yeah.
They think that it because they value this sort of a false sense of accomplishment of getting interaction on there, of having lots of comments or having lots of likes on your comment, or to get, and it all feels very vapid, and it just feels weird, and I don't have fun there. I will open the app and I'll scroll just to see some skate clips. I still like that. I just see people skating and I'm like, that's cool.
That is cool.
and then I'll close it. And then every once in a while, I'm trying to post more. I'll post a picture or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a caption, and then I'm off again. So social media and the people on it, terrible. But you're not like super active on Twitter yourself.
No, I'm not. No.
You're really bad actually at that.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. I just forget about it. I get out of the habit, and then what can you do?
Yeah, it's bad. But all the platforms are just shit. You go to YouTube, any video that's on there, all the comments are just people trying to be the top comment by stealing the content of whatever's like in vogue right now when it comes to memes.
Yes. Yeah.
Just so for this, again, it's this sort of a false sense of you having a personality. You're trying to trick people into thinking that you actually have a personality when you don't. And that's really sad to me. You could actually spend that time interacting with real people. Like, join some Discords, talk to people one-on-one,
like,
be in voice calls.
Yeah.
Talk to people instead of just trying to be the person that says something that everyone laughs at, especially if you're not that fucking funny and you rely on stealing other people's content.
Meme formats.
It's the saddest fucking thing I can imagine, dude. Like, it's seriously, it's so sad. And if you were doing it for money or something, fine, because we all have jobs we don't like, but you're not even getting paid for this.
No.
The platform is getting, I don't know. And we watched a Facebook video recently that just like blew our minds, that we're just, I can't believe how bad this content is.
Facebook especially is such a wasteland. It's such a depressing,
just a desolate fucking place. It's really, really bad.
Yeah. Okay. We are at 43 minutes.
We already did it.
We can fire off a few more quick ones, perhaps.
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay. Anthony's says, Buffy fancast question.
Okay. Your
Buffy or Angel crushes? Mine was/is Spike. That's what they said.
Spike, okay.
But I will also say mine was/is Spike, so that's the answer too.
When you first told me it was Spike, and I was on just like season 1, I was like, ew.
You're like, ew, this prick, he's so annoying.
He sucks. This guy sucks. But later on, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I will say also, Mitch has only seen up to about season 4, maybe, of Buffy, so he hasn't met all the characters yet.
I haven't met everyone.
Yeah. And he doesn't know who might turn out to be terrible. So he's got to just keep it in that context.
Not a lot of... God, I haven't seen the show in like a year.
Yeah.
So, Xander, no.
No. Strong hate for Xander.
Xander, I'm a Xander hater myself. Yeah. Angel sucks. And of course, Angel's bad. He's just, he looks like he was just carved from marble. His features are just, it's not my thing.
Of course.
I know I'm gravitating toward men, but
it's what you've been saying for a lot of your life.
Yeah. That's just a thought in the back of my head constantly since the 8th grade. I know I'm gravitating toward men. It's like, gee, I don't know, man. Why don't you dissect that for 10 seconds? Fucking A. But I was gonna say Seth Green's character, even though I really like Seth Green, he's still just kind of like, he's cute, but in a way that Seth Green is always cute. So
agree. Yeah, he's no Seth Green in Party Monster. That's where
that's where he peaked.
Real level.
Seth Green as James St. James is a strong peak.
Yes,
For
that
Seth Green.
God, what a move to make. Yes. But
We should watch Party Monster in like one of the servers.
oh my God, we should.
Yeah, just like stream Party Monster.
Yes. I would love that.
And it'd be so dope.
Let's do it in mine because it's 18 plus.
Yeah, actually, yeah, maybe we should do that. Yeah, there's a lot of like murder and like, yeah,
Yeah.
gay sex too, probably.
We'll do it in Billy's server.
What was I gonna say though? What's her name? Remind me her name that played Buffy's best friend. Willow.
Oh, Willow is the character's name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what Alison Hannigan.
Uh huh.
Yes.
Willow's probably the cutest.
That's a great answer, and
Yeah.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And then she turned a lot
Extremely
gay
good.
at some point, so that was cool too.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, she turns a lot more gay. You'll be pleased to know.
Oof. I just got watching Buffy again.
Spoilers up in here. Okay, you pick a question.
Oof. Val asked if we sleep with any stuffed animals.
Actually, yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Separately, actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Separately or not. I will say I did not until meeting you.
That's funny. I got you to start doing it.
Yeah.
That's comfortable.
I'd never met another adult person who did that.
You kind of just hold them.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. I guess I always had like, I don't know, a boyfriend or something.
Must be nice, yeah. Not me. Yeah, I had to resort to a little jelly cat.
No, I never kept any stuffed animals, just like not even in my bed, but just not in my room. I didn't have any in my whole possession at all.
Even if they're not in the bed, because I'm not like actually cuddling with them unless I'm like actively like on my bed just kind of hanging out. I don't like sleep like that. I'm not a baby. Even though I kind of am.
Yeah.
But I've always just had them on the bed.
Yeah, you
Not like a
just
lot of them,
hanging
but
around
just
your room and
yeah,
stuff.
exactly. Just like a little fox or something.
You just think they're funny.
I think they're cool, but I've always kind of been drawn to like little like dolls or puppets or stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Just to have a little plush animal that I think is funny, like that rat in a can up there.
The rat in a can's very funny. Yeah,
I
that's
recently got a little jelly cat that was just a little microphone. He rules.
That was amazing.
He's just sitting on my
really
couch right now over there with his little legs sticking out, and he's just a little he looks like a Shure SM58.
Yes.
Yeah.
The live mic.
He's adorable. So I've kind of always done that. I've always just kind of liked stuffed animals, and people have kind of pointed it out. You know, my father would just be like, "Oh, is that for a girlfriend?" I'd be like, "What? No, it's for me, Dad.
It's for me.
You're a little boy."
27-year-old son. Yeah. On my bed right now is all of the soft animals I have. One is a hog that you bought me. A little hoglet, a baby hog.
And he's not like
I don't
a little.
mean a pig.
He's not a pig. Yeah.
I don't mean a pink pig. I mean like a hairy little bristly brown hog, and he's so cute, and
Very
I love
cute.
him. He's quite realistic actually. And I have a small frog that our friend Brooke knitted me.
It's the third Brooke mention in one episode. I don't
It's a
love.
lot. She doesn't even listen
She
to
didn't
this
listen to the
podcast.
show, and I'm not loving the fact that we're
yeah,
speaking about her so much.
I know. But she did, in fact, knit me a frog that's on my bed. And then I have a second frog, which is the plush from the indie game Frog Detective.
Frog Detective that I got you.
That you got me because I wanted it so bad, because Frog Detective, if anyone wants to look him up online, God, he has the exact same bodily proportions as Mitch.
What?
He does.
He is kind of all leg. Yeah.
He's the like the long legs that are kind of spaced far apart on the hip. God, he looks so much
the
like
short
you.
torso. Yeah.
He looks so much like you.
Wow.
It's so funny.
And that's why you sleep with him, huh?
And that one I do actually hold. Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, he's very soft.
Yeah, the Frog Detective plush is really good, and he comes with a little like a magnifying glass that you can just hold, and it like sticks like to his hand with a magnet or something, right? You just right to his hand.
It's very good. Yeah.
A really good little toy. Like especially for an indie game, that rules. I would lose it if I could one day just do merchandise like that, you know?
Yes.
Something that detailed, something that's like a retail quality like plush toy. Fuck, that's so awesome.
What are you gonna do a plush of?
Me, baby. Yeah, we'll just take the cutout of the frog detective and give him
we'll
different
just
clothes.
take the frog detective body.
give him hair, dude.
And a little flat sound.
Give him
t-shirt.
hair and a flat sound shirt and little black pants. Fuck yeah, dude.
Replace the removable magnifying glass with a little microphone.
Oh my god.
Perfect. Oh my god.
Holy shit. Can we reach out to the people who did the frog detective thing and just be like, hey, can we just give him the old switcheroo?
What's up? Yeah, put a little wig on him.
That's so funny. And a strong wig with a powerful hairline.
A sharp jaw, if you could pull it off.
Do we have any more questions? I mean, we have we have hundreds of more questions.
Do we have
so
time many
to answer a couple more?
I mean, probably.
Okay.
If you can find some quick ones.
Tofu Surprise asks, what is a weird, harmless habit of yours?
I really want to respond with something stupid.
Whoa, what is it? Or don't. You can do whatever you want.
A harmless habit of mine?
A harmless little habit of yours, and what is a weird, harmless habit of yours?
I've got a lot of, honestly, when I'm by myself, I have a lot of very weird tics that other people would find very annoying. Stuff that I don't even, some stuff I'll do around you. When I'm working, I'll do this constantly.
Yes, you will.
Just tapping my fingernails on a hard surface.
Yeah, you're not really sensitive to like noises and stuff like that, and you kind of like them. You make everyone kind of sometimes when you eat and you like scrape the fork or you'll scrape the knife on the plate, and to I'm just gonna say normal people, that is it actually is nails on a chalkboard. That's the sound that we hear is nails on a chalkboard, and to you we'll look at you and go. And you'll be, oh, sorry. And I'm like, yeah, please don't do that again. It literally killed the mood.
Yeah, that's not a habit, though. That's not something I'm like, that's not a habit.
You're right. It isn't a habit. I guess it's just something I hate about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something I'd like you to stop, but it's not quite a habit.
It's not a habit. The fingernail thing is a habit. A bad habit that I have is when I'm watching shows by myself, I compulsively repeat whatever the person on the screen is saying. Especially if they've got any kind of accent.
Like you repeat it to yourself silently?
Not out loud.
What?
To the point where I have to rewind the show a lot because I'd be like, I didn't listen to what they were saying because I was repeating that line because I thought it would be fun to say.
Oh, yeah. I've never heard you do that.
Of course not. So I don't do it by myself because it was a ridiculous thing to do.
Thank God, because what a disruptive...
Well, I couldn't do it while I was watching something with anyone else. They'd be like, I can't watch the show. You keep saying it.
You keep talking. And I missed the next line.
Yeah.
That's super funny.
I do it a lot. I'll just imitate people on the TV a lot. Yeah. Well, or like, if I'm listening to a podcast and like doing the dishes or whatever, I'll do it a lot then as well. I love to just like say whatever I just heard.
Huh. Mine would... probably be I'm always a weird habit, like all my habits aren't that weird,
and a harmless one, so it can't be like picking your toe until it bleeds because that's harm.
Yeah, because I was literally gonna say like I'll like pick it myself. I'll like have to like wear socks. I'm gonna pick at these fucking toenails. If it's just
you
me
made your toenail
fresh out of the shower
before we recorded
because I
this.
showered. That's what I was about to say. If I'm fresh out of the shower and I see these little fucking tots hanging out of my pants, dude, fuck yeah. Because I'm sitting in my chair like this with my leg up, and my hand just naturally falls right there. I want to just pick at these things, man. And I'll do it like without even noticing, and I'll look down and there's just like blood, and I'm like, oh, what?
Geez.
So I guess that's technically harm because I'm bleeding. It's not harm though. It's not actual harm. I've been a weird habit, a harmless weird habit of yours. Okay, how about I've watched so much rap battles in my life that I can't have a moment of silence in my head anymore without either just replaying something, replaying just a dumb line. I mean, we talk about it on the show a lot, but it really is this compulsive thing that my brain does constantly. I'm either thinking of rhymes that, and they're terrible. They're not good, but either was freestyle street battling 2-on-2s in 2007. I'm just conditioned to have my brain think like, connect this with this. Connect this with this. So any moment of silence in my head, I can go through them like a Rolodex forever, and it never stops. It'll just be like, You remember when Lush One told Ill that he might be sort of wrong, but isn't this cat from Oregon? Isn't that like being on the floor that's on the world's largest party, aka California Dog?
Oh my god.
Terrible line. Freestyled in 2007. Why is it in my head?
Why is it there?
Taking up space? Why? It doesn't make any
not
fucking
even
sense.
like background space, but just like
Forefront as soon as I have a
not
moment.
even like, oh, if I really thought about it I could remember that, but just it's just there. It's just
as
there.
soon as
yeah.
As soon as and then the next battle later that day, Pete told him something like you're I don't know, something like you're freaking frail, and he calls himself Lush because of the one time he drank white Zinfandel, except he has to drink it while lifting his pinky nail, right? Like that. It's so stupid, but it's just there. It's there.
Yeah.
So many in my line. Dumb told Frankie Waps and Jay's Juice that you look like crooked cops. I'm just waiting for him to say book 'em Waps. It's in my head. I haven't fucking seen the battle in years.
It's constant, yeah. No, it's very constant, yeah.
He told Tantrum, check it out, y'all. I'm a mind reader. This guy's about to open up a dry cleaner that specializes in wife beaters.
You're all getting a horrible glimpse into Mitch's mind right now.
It's terrible in here.
Imagine being him. Yeah.
Terrible.
Then you have to turn around and like write a beautiful poem or
that
whatever.
spawns
That
into
just
so many
rattling
other. It
around there.
reminds me of other lines. It'd be like, that's when Ill said something like, I just checked your horoscope. It said you wish your short jokes were more dope. Like it's just in there. It's just in there. It's constant.
I know.
It's constant.
I know. Yeah, I've heard you do it out loud.
Right.
But I know that it's always going on as an inner monologue as well.
Honestly, that's way more harm. That causes more harm in my life than picking my toe.
Picking thing.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it does. But I still kind of like it. I see, I can.
As long as you kind of enjoy it, yeah.
It's fine. It's okay.
As long as I also kind of enjoy it, yeah.
It's okay. But yeah, there's just a Rolodex in there of way more than I ever thought. You can just pick a battle, and I'll just be like, oh yeah, he said this and this, and it was kind of
like
cool.
that you even assume that anyone listening would be able to
pick a battle.
Just pick a battle. Any league.
Oh, please be Tantrum versus D-Lore. I really want to quote the 300 line he said.
As if anyone could even fucking name a rap battle and then
if
like
you could pick
a battle, a specific battle.
Remedy versus no one fucking cares, dude. What the fuck? Nobody cares.
No, it's gone. Okay, is that going to be our last question? We're nearly an hour.
Oh, fuck it, yeah.
Fuck it.
I'm done. And plus, I gotta mix this whole thing, get the video ready, and all that.
I'm done with this shit.
It might be too dark.
I'm fucking finished.
Yeah. No, I gotta go right now so I can get some footage for the YouTube video.
Wow.
This has been All the Space in Between. Very chaotic and sloppy little episode, but gosh, I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Mitch.
My name's Billy. Thank you so much. I quite liked doing this episode. It had weird energy, but I think it was good. This is the real us. If you can't handle us at our sleepy 3 a.m. Discord lightning round, you don't deserve us at our Spider-Man's ass. As the quote goes.
You don't get... if you want a piece of Spider-Man's ass, you're going to have to tolerate us being sleepy, tired, and quite frankly, just unentertaining. Boring, if you will. But you'll get your reward at the end, and it's just a hot little slice of Spider-Man's little cheek.
Spider-Man's ass, yeah. Just a nice little slice of that cake.
Oh, man, stop.
Okay.
I told you lust. I had a problem with it.
Okay. I have been Billy. If you liked this episode, guess what? We've got many, many more of them.
We got over 100 more.
Over 100 of them, and they can all be found on pretty much any podcast platform, but they're also all on our website if you'd like to give a handy place to perhaps recommend it to your friends, family, loved ones, perhaps. And that is our website, which is
allthespaceinbetween.com. And if you have a question that you would like us to answer on the show, this is normally an email reading podcast, so this time we were answering it on dear old my Discord home.html. But normally we answer it emails. If you'd like to send us an email about anything at all, whether it be relationship advice or art advice or just anything like that, you can send us an email. Our email is
all the space in between at gmail.com. And one last thing, if you would like to perhaps join the very Discord that we were taking questions from, if you thought, that sounds like a strange and eclectic bunch of people, maybe I'd like to talk to some of them in an online space that isn't social media, you can join it by signing up to any tier on Mitch's Patreon, which is
patreon.com/flatsound. And let me throw it over to you one time for a little Billy plug. If you like zines at all, this is your way to support the show and then get something in return. We both have our own Patreons. We both make our own art and our own money. We do not. There's not a lick of profit we get off of this podcast. Even the pins that we sell and stuff, it doesn't even come close to breaking even on what a website cost or what Libsyn cost or anything like that. We're always running this at a loss, but we love doing it. We love talking. But if you do want to support either of our art, we are artists, like full-time for a living. This is a good way to do it. Patreon is a good way to do it. You just heard about my Patreon. Billy's Patreon is fantastic. Beautiful zines that are coming out regularly. She also has her own Discord, and it's a cozy little bunch of very, very artistic people. So if you would like to join that or support Billy and receive any of her physical zines in the mail, you can go to her Patreon, and that is
patreon.com/BLSSM Blossom.
I have noticed that when we talk about stuff like this, like the podcast is useful to us because when we do talk about stuff like that, we get some patrons. Sometimes we actually
it's like we get to be our own sponsors.
Yeah,
instead of being like, hey everyone, sign up for a vegetable box.
Mattress,
we're just like, sign up for, I don't know, us maybe, one of us. Pick your favorite.
Do you want to maybe one episode we'll talk about Blands because you made me read that Bloomberg article that almost killed me because it's the smartest article I've ever. I can't read Bloomberg. Like that. What the fuck? Like it was.
The vocabulary was so extensive.
I thought I was like, I know I'm dyslexic, but come on, am I dumb? Like what is this? Was the most pretentious shit I've ever heard. But the article was really, really interesting. It was about Blands, the concept of a bland versus a brand, and they're talking about all these like subscription services and mattress companies and all that stuff that all share. It was really interesting stuff. I'd love to talk about that more on the show and even just like rant about Spotify soon.
Maybe we should do that.
I would love to go on just a little rant episode soon instead of just picking 3 questions and all that stuff. But thank you guys so much for listening. New episodes every Monday. We'll talk to you next time.
We'll see you then. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.